Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, your host, Tori Johnson.
It's another Monday, another episode of Sooner Sports Pad. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a great show for here tonight. I'm here with Josh Calloway and Sam Brown. Guys, who else is on set with us today?
Man, we've got some SGLs from Camp Crimson in the crowd tonight. We've got some students. We've got a bunch of people in the house, and as you can tell, they are very loud. It's going to be a good night.
Oh, yeah, they're really fired up, and they should be because we're joined by two Sooner volleyball players, Keaton Kinley, and Kylie McLaughlin. And later on in the show, Sam and I will give some Sooner football players that we think are going to break out this spring.
Plus, our very own Kelsey Bickerstaff shows us what one track and field athlete is doing after life in Norman.
Saturday was senior night for the #1 men's gymnastics team, and it went just as the 67 meets at McCaslin Fieldhouse went before that. The seniors continued their dominance by topping #5 Illinois. The Sooners started the meet strong on floor, posting an NCAA high of 7.2400. The Sooners trailed after the second rotation, but OU made up for it, scoring big in still range, racking up a score of 7-1, 7-5-0. And guess what? Yep, that's right. It was another NCAA season high. The Sooners won 5 of 6 event titles, and OU gymnasts won 4 of 6 individual titles. Yule Moldauer took home the all-around crown. And if you guys are keeping count, that's 110 straight wins for the men's gymnastics team. Sam, how do they do it? How do they take care of business on senior night?
Man, there is no doubt that Mark Williams has established a dynasty here at Oklahoma. And since it was senior day, we have to talk about the guys who are arguably the foundation of that dynasty. What these seniors have done over the last 4 years is absolutely incredible. And they capped it off with another top 5 win at McCaslin Fieldhouse. It all starts with Yule Moldauer, who's been the best gymnast in America for several years now. He won the floor, vault, and parallel bars and took home the all-around title with an 87.150. Levi Anderson won an event of his own with a 14.750 on the high bars. And the team also got some solid performances from guys like Peter Daggett, Genki Suzuki, just to count a few.
Yeah.
What they've done in the last 4 years is absolutely incredible. A national championship every single year they've been here. Might have a chance to make it for this year, but they still got some business to take care of. They are in Annapolis, Maryland this weekend to take on Navy.
That senior class lost exactly that many times. Never have lost that senior class. Pretty incredible.
Unbelievable.
One really dominant team on campus to another. OU softball had a big weekend. They played 4 times over the weekend, starting with number 25 Northwestern on Friday. Guess what? They beat them. They won the game on Friday night. Dominating fashion, went deep 4 times, allowed just 1 hit. Giselle Juarez was fantastic in that one. She was brilliant. Saturday they played 2. They took on Drake first, won that one 5-2 behind another good start from Juarez. Sydney Romero and Shay Knight with key hits there. Then they took on Grand Canyon that night, won that one 1-0 following a View hit a solo home run. The second inning, the only run of the game. And then on Sunday, Northwestern came back for a second meeting. They got shut out again, and OU homered again, followed a View hit another one. And the Sooners are 20-2 this season. Dominant stuff. They'll play 5 games in California in 3 days. We're going to be busy this coming weekend, starting with UC Santa Barbara on Thursday.
Hey, okay, they're getting some momentum. That's nice.
Right on their way to winning another national title for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Sports Pad's Madeline Roberts caught up with Genki Suzuki, who is one of the seniors on that men's gymnastics team. Let's see what he had to say following that big win.
Hi, welcome to Madeline's Minute. I'm Madeline Roberts here with OU men's gymnastics senior Genki Suzuki. Genki, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right, let's get started. You and 8 other seniors were just honored on senior day. What are your emotions like right now?
It's honestly truly unbelievable that all 9 of us were able to perform well tonight. You know, I had that little hiccup on horse, but I thought we did great. And it's just wrapping it up like that. It's truly meaningful for me.
3 guys had career highs tonight. What's it like seeing that happen for them?
It's truly amazing. You know, day in, day out, we work our butts off every day, and to see the hard work pay off out here, it's just amazing.
You and the rest of the class of 2019, you're undefeated. You've never lost. What's it like leaving that kind of legacy here at OU?
You know, I try not to think about it too much because I don't like to have, undefeated in my head, because I feel like that kind of just puts it off from, like, I'm not able to focus on what I'm doing. But taking a step back, it's just truly a blessing to be a part of this legacy.
Perfect. That's 1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah.
Looking ahead to this week's Sooner Sports schedule in Norman tomorrow, the baseball team is back at home at 6:30. The Big 12 tournament starts this week for the men's basketball team, and their first game is Wednesday at 8:30 against West Virginia. And start your weekend off right with the women's tennis team. They take on Kansas State on Friday, or with the women's gymnastics team as they try to roll the tide. Well, the women's basketball team ended their season on Friday with a tough loss to Texas Tech. But Maddie Williams had this to say after the game. She said, hey, you know, it was a tough season, but in my time here, we're going to win a national championship. Coach Cole said that she has a lot of confidence in these girls and that they're just going to keep getting better. Let's look at what she had to say after the game.
We're not that far away. We have some young guys doing some pretty impressive things, and they're going to look back on this year and realize what a pivotal, we all are going to look back on this year and realize what a pivotal year it was for our program and for their growth.
Man, Maddie Williams saying something like that is pretty bold.
Bold, yeah.
But honestly, there's no reason why the team should not be optimistic moving forward.
For sure.
6 of their top 7 scorers are coming back next year. Shayna Pellington announced today that she does intend to transfer, but still 6 out of their top 7 scores. That includes Anna Yanusa, who made the All-Big 12 second team, even though, to be honest, I think she should have made the first team. That also includes Taylor Robertson, who shot 46% from deep and made the All-Conference freshman team. And to top it all off, they'll be joined next fall by this year's Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, Gabby Gregory. So these players have nowhere to go up. They're very young, and with another season, another offseason for Coach Cole to develop the players, they could be a real surprise contender to the Big 12 next year. The other conference, the rest of the conference, better watch out.
Yeah, a lot of reasons to be optimistic about that team next year.
Yeah.
Another team to be optimistic about is OU baseball. They had another really nice series win. They went down to Houston, took on the Rice Owls for a 3-game set, and won 2 of 3. Friday night was tough. They lost that one 8-1, and they were down in game 2 8-4, but then they went 13 unanswered runs, including a 9-run 8th inning. Riley Ware went 4 for 6, 5 RBIs. He was huge. Then Sunday in the series finale, they dominated 6-0. Riley Ware 3 for 4. Brady Lindsley hit a 3-run bomb, and Levi Prater, the sophomore, 8 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts, just 3 hits allowed. He was dynamite, becoming one of the big keys of this team in what's been a really good rotation so far. The team now sits 13-3, and they'll have UT Arlington in town tomorrow night. Really good stuff.
Man, that pitching staff, Cavalli, then Prater, Nathan Wiles, they are fun
Ben
to watch.
Abrams pitching well on Tuesdays. The bullpen, you can tell Skip Johnson was a former pitching coach.
Absolutely.
He's been great.
It's time for us to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to hear from 2 members of the volleyball team, and you're going to dig this. And we're going to hear about how one Sooner has Olympic dreams. Stay with us. Welcome back. Jess Woodard is one Sooner who works hard on the field and in the classroom. SportsPad's Kelsey Bickerstaff gives us a closer look at how she's chasing her dream of being an Olympian.
It's almost surreal because, like, you never really think, like, oh, I'm going to be a professional and, like, something that I love to do. But if I can do something that I love to do and make money possibly doing it, why not? And travel the world. Like, I could possibly be traveling all over the world doing something I love. So, like, why not keep going?
Becoming a D1 college athlete isn't easy, and playing professionally isn't any easier. Jess Woodard plans to continue her track and field career to throw at the next level. The 2017 OU graduate set her dreams at a young age and did whatever she could to achieve them.
Obviously, 2020 Olympics is next year, coming up fast, really fast actually. But that's like my overall goal. Like, since I was a little kid, I was like, oh, I want to go to the Olympics, and like, so if I could be an Olympian, that would be awesome.
Woodard began receiving offers to play in college by her junior year in high school. LSU, South Carolina, and Oregon all had their eyes set on the young athlete, but Woodard knew where she belonged, the University of Oklahoma.
So at the time, Coach Blue, who recruited me, was here, and he's no longer at the university, but he recruited me, and I just came on a visit, and it kind of felt like home. Like, it was just really welcoming, and I ended up here with a great coach and like a great situation.
Traveling all the way from New Jersey, Woodard made Norman, Oklahoma her new home. After redshirting her freshman year, Woodard went on to collect many awards, including the 2017 and 2018 Big 12 Outdoor Championship.
It was just like a long time coming. Like, I had worked so hard, and it was just almost instant gratification. Obviously, it happened like halfway through the comp, so like I still had 3 more throws, but it was just an amazing moment, and like my parents were there and to see it, and I don't know, it brought a lot of joy and just I guess relief in a sense, like wow, like I finally did it.
Woodard continues to use her resources at OU. While training professionally, she is also working towards her master's. Getting a master's is uncommon for professional athletes, but her coach never doubted her on the field or in the classroom.
She took care of herself in the classroom. There was never a point in time where we had to worry about, is she going to be eligible or is she going to get things done? She wants to do what's right, and she wants to do what's right when it's hard, whether that's like being a good teammate and having difficult conversations, or going the extra mile and taking 10 extra reps when she's tired and needs to solve a problem in her technical model. I think as a coach, you appreciate when kids want to take things upon themselves and they're not looking for you to be the motivation. They want you to be the person that they're coming to for adjustments, not the person they're coming to make sure that they've got energy every day.
As her next step towards USA, Woodard will continue her training and compete this summer for a spot to go to Worlds. Kelsey Bickerstaff, Sooner Sports Pad.
Now it's time to hear from our guests, Keaton Kinley and Kylie McLaughlin.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming. I got Oliver. How's it going? All right, guys. Yeah, all right, let him hear it. There you go. Hey, they're big fans. What can you say? All right, first question. Big turnaround last year from having 7 wins in 2017 to 17 last year. How do you guys feel like the season went?
I think it went good. Yeah. We improved on a lot of things, a lot of trust building, team building. So we all just bought into the program and what the new coaches were doing, and it ended up paying off in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No better questions.
You referenced something about the new coaches. Last year was Coach Gray Walton's first year. Well, how was it different than the previous coaching staff? And how do you think she did in her first year?
Yeah.
Well, we don't really know the old coaching staff. We transferred in basically the same time that the new coaches did, but it was a big change based on what the other girls that have been here said. I think that Lindsay worked really hard to get the team where it needed to be, and I know it was tough for her, it was tough for all of us, but I think she did an amazing job her first year, along with all the other coaches.
So you guys are in the off season now. So what's that like? What is your schedule? Just kind of what do you guys do during the off season to get ready for the fall?
A lot of working out. School, we're up pretty early in the morning, just grinding it out right now, and just more technical stuff and just individual work and just getting as healthy as we can and being as sound as we can for the fall season.
Okay.
It seems like you guys are both going to be junior seasons not coming up. It seems like the team has a lot of juniors. You kind of like that the class is so big. You guys have 2 full years together. Is that something you guys talk about at all?
It is actually. I think we have a really good bond with our, I guess, going to be junior class. We have a lot of fun together, do basically everything together with each other all the time, but I think we all really enjoy it. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. I think Tori's got another question for you guys.
Yeah, that's right. I'm with Brig Bates, who's actually going to be a freshman at OU next year, and he has a question for you guys.
What's your favorite thing about game day besides playing?
I love just being in the locker room with the team and listening to music and getting hype. We always have candy. That's our little pre-game stuff. So just that time as a team is really fun, just to focus in before we go to war.
What about you, Kylie?
I like that too. I mean, we do a lot of pre-game. We have our own little things that we all do, and
rituals and
it's just really fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, it's time for us to take another break, but when we come back, it'll be time for our analysts to face off. Stay with us.
Thanks to our cornerstone television partners, OU Medicine, Anheuser-Busch, OU Extended Campus, and our community partners, Landers Auto Group, Devon Energy, Coca-Cola, and OU Medicine.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. It's time for Face Off, where our analysts are going to debate some sports topics. I'm going to give them 3 questions, and our audience here gets to pick who they think the winner is. So are you guys ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, well, question number 1 for you guys. The football team's already back at work. The spring game's just a few weeks out. So that being said, who is your breakout player for this spring?
That's a good question. I'm going to go to the defensive side for my pick because I know with Alex Grinch as the new DC, there's a lot of guys who could have big seasons. And I'm going to go with the guy who clinched OU's 4th consecutive Big 12 title. That's Trey Brown. He is my pick for the breakout this year. He penciled his name in Sooner history when he sacked Sam Ellinger, got the safety to help seal their 4th straight conference championship. And he quietly put together a pretty nice season despite the team's struggles on that side of the ball. 58 tackles and 12 pass breakups. But I actually talked to him this last Thursday at the first day of spring practice. And he said this season he wants to win the Jim Thorpe Award for the best defensive back in the country. Now he's a little undersized, but he has the quickness, as you can see on that sack, and he's got the athleticism to make up for it and to match up with the best wideouts in college football. This defense has got the new mentality. They got the speed D mentality. I think that fits right in with Trey Brown's game. He is my pick to have a big year.
For sure. Outside of Kenneth Murray, probably the most important returning player on that defense.
Absolutely.
You know, for me, probably one of the most key players the Sooners are losing this year is Marquise Brown, right? And you have CeeDee Lamb. He's a monster. We know that. But who's going to be his number 2? I think it's going to be Charleston Rambo. Okay, we saw Rambo in the Orange Bowl when Marquise was banged up a little bit. He wasn't able to give a full go. Rambo stepped up and was huge in that Orange Bowl, including that incredible 49-yard, this play right here, this 49-yard touchdown reception against Alabama. Got them back in it in the third quarter. Great throw. Great throw. Amazing catch. He showed in that game that he just needed the opportunity. And, you know, with Marquise being down a little bit, that gave Rambo the opportunity. I think he steps up and shines, and him and CD are going to form a really nice duo with Jalen Hurts. He's got a chance to be one of the best receivers in the country very soon. I really do believe that.
And he's got the best name in college football.
He's got a great name.
Gotta love that.
Great name.
Okay, good stuff, guys. Well, I'm back with Brig, who has your second face-off question.
What's up, Brig?
Who is your way too early World Series winner?
Let's go throw! Well, 2.5 weeks till opening day. I'm fired up. I'm looking at the standings. The American League is packed, but I'm actually going to go to the National League for my pick. The Milwaukee Brewers are taking it all this year. Bold pick. I like it.
People are laughing at you.
Thank you. Bring it on. Hey, they were one win away from making the World Series last year, and they're not losing any key pieces this offseason. You may remember Christian Yelich, the guy who hit 36 home runs and won the MVP. He's back. Josh Hader, the All-Star who set the Major League record for strikeouts by a lefty reliever. Yeah, he's back too. Add in fellow All-Stars Lorenzo Cain, Jesus Aguilar, Jeremy Jeffress. They're all back. And to top it all off, the Brewers have one of the more underrated infielders in baseball in Mike Moustakas. Now, the NL Central is loaded with teams like Chicago and the St. Louis Cardinals who could all challenge for it. But I think this year's the year. They want to bring that first World Series back to Wisconsin. I think they do it.
Yeah, you know, an NL team's not winning the World Series. The American League is far superior to the National League, and the World Series is coming back home where it belongs, to the Bronx, New York, America's team, the New York Yankees are going to win the 2019 World Series. Hey, at least my pick's correct. They just don't like to admit that it's correct. The Red Sox are amazing, no doubt, but they did nothing to improve. In fact, they lost their closer, Trey Kimbrell. The Yankees, meanwhile, added a Cy Young caliber pitcher in James Paxton. You added Troy Tulowitzki, DJ LeMahieu for infield depth. You added one of the best relievers in baseball, Adam Ottavino. You now have the best bullpen in baseball. You have maybe the best lineup in baseball and a really good rotation with Severino, Paxton, and Tanaka. The New York Yankees are winning the World Series this year, buddy. Get ready. It's coming home. Number 28 is coming home. Number 20 is coming home. They all win the division. I just said the Red Sox aren't as good.
Baseball is so close to being back, and I'm so excited.
Red Sox and Astros have nothing to improve. The Yankees are a lot better.
Okay, you guys didn't win over this crowd very well today.
I don't know who they want. Astros?
They're laughing at you, they're booing you. Okay, well, maybe you guys can redeem yourself with viral videos. Go ahead, Sam, show me what you got.
Well, earlier last week, LeBron James passed the GOAT, Michael Jordan, for 4th on time on the NBA scoring list. But that didn't stop his teammates, Richard Jefferson, his old buddies, Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, from giving him a little bit of a hard time. Check this out.
We're talking about Braun. We're talking about Braun, 13 away from Jordan. He was a huge ball hog.
You never
pass the ball.
Right on. Why don't you try and pass like the all-time assist leaders? Why don't you try and pass John Stockton instead of trying to pass
Kareem? Come up off the rock, buddy.
How about
dribbling
the
air out.
Can you do that? How about that?
It's ridiculous. It took him long enough. What is this, 19 years?
It took him years.
Years.
God, if I kept playing, I would have passed.
That's awesome. I mean, they're still going to give him a hard time, but either way, a pretty incredible achievement. But
I can't believe Richard Jefferson's still in the league.
Yeah, I know. He's bouncing around a little bit.
And MJ's still a GOAT. We know that.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
Tyson, I'm going to introduce everybody to a young man by the name of Tyson. He's a baseball star in the making. Let's roll the video here. He's got an MLB written all over him. I'm most impressed with his base running skills. So he's coming around third. His teammates are in front of him, so he says, I got to go around him. Now he's trying to avoid the catcher. Where do I go? Meanwhile, watch for coach. He's moving the plate. It's T-ball. He's moving the plate back. He's got a showdown. He goes, oh, wait, the plate's right right there. Boom, I'm safe. Dunzo, run counts. Tyson scores. That kid's going places. I hope Skip Johnson is on the phone right now with his parents.
Hey,
that kid's going places.
Baseball's a mental game. That's
For
that's a smart play.
Okay, guys. Well, moment of truth. Now it's time for our audience to vote for who they think the winner is. Cheer the loudest for who you think won. So if you think it's Sam, go ahead and cheer.
Come on. Hey, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
All right. There we go.
Okay, pretty good. All right, now if you think Josh is the winner, go ahead and give it up.
I'm not sure.
That's pretty close.
For Tyson.
The results are in, and it was Sam.
Yeah.
Sam won face-off
3-0, baby. 3-0.
And now we're going to get out of here. We're going to go dynamic duos next, so stay with us. We're going to see how well these two volleyball players know each other. You know what, guys? I'm dynamic duos. I'm with Keaton, and she's going to try to guess what Kylie's answers to these questions were. You ready, Keaton?
I'm ready.
Okay, question number 1. What is Kylie's middle name? Is it A, Nicole, B, Marie, C, Ann, or D, Shay?
D.
Okay, let's see.
I know it.
Yep, Shay. Okay, question number 2. What other sports did Kylie play growing up? A, basketball, B, softball, C, soccer, or D, all of the above?
All of the above.
All right, question number 3. If Kylie could meet one person, alive or dead, who would it be? A, Parker McCollum, B, Whitney Houston, C, LeBron James, or D, Cardi B?
I'm gonna have to go with her favorite, Parker.
Okay, let's see. That's it. You got it all right. Thank you for joining us, but we'll be off next week and the week after, so be sure to join us